Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is Thursday, January 7, 2016. It is a bloodbath out there this morning. You're going to see the S&P 500 E-mini futures are trading lower by 41 points to 1945 per contract. Futures were actually even lower around 5 o'clock in the morning. They have come back a little bit. Now, markets are very, very oversold. That's the only positive we could see out here at the moment. But nonetheless, it is an ugly, ugly start across the board. Last night we did have China sell off by more than 7%. The circuit breakers were hit there. They had a halt trading in China. You are seeing the German DAX down over 3% this morning as well. So again, the global markets are tumbling, and they are very, very tumultuous at this time. But there's still stocks out here, and let's take a look at a few. I'm going to start off with Constellation Brands. STZ is the ticker symbol there. Stock is trading at 145.50. Stock closed at 143.12. They reported earnings today. Again, the stock is in an uptrend. We'll see how it plays out once the opening bell rings. If you own it, I would just trail the stop loss. If you do not own it, I would not be a buyer up here just because the markets are tumultuous. If the markets were calm, this could be a play, but this is something we will look at once the opening bell rings. But either way, if you own it, hold it because you are positive before the opening bell, and that's a nice sign to see, especially in a down tape. Next one we're going to see is not so pretty. It's Finish Line, and Finish Line looks like it's almost finished. The stock right now is trading at $15.30, closed at $18.50. That is a huge haircut. The only level I'm seeing here for Finish Line is around $13.20 for some support. Be very, very careful with this name today. Stocks that are down or report bad earnings are just getting trampled in this kind of environment. You have to be very, very careful. Again, the only level I'm seeing is $13.20, but we will be watching this once the opening bell rings. And if we get down to that $13.20 level, we may look to take a little stab at it for a scalp play. Remember, all levels given in this video are all scalp levels, intraday plays. All right, let's take a look at Children's Place. PLCE is the ticker symbol here. Stock is trading at 60 bucks, but there's no volume behind it. I believe they had upside guidance. We're not going to make too much out of this one, but we will look at it once the opening bell rings this morning. Again, it looks overbought on the daily chart, so there should be a fair amount of resistance up here at these levels, so be careful with this one. But they did have some upside guidance. Next up, we want to take a look at Yahoo. It looks like they cut 10% of their workforce. Stock is trading down to 31.02, closed at 32.16. If this stock, by some chance, closes today below $28.40, this is going to $25. So be very, very careful with Yahoo at this stage of the game. But you have the critical level, which is $28.43. Any close below there, this stock is immediately going to go to 25. That's where you could look at it for more support. But until then, Yahoo is a very, very weak equity, but we will be looking at it for potential scalps once the opening bell rings in the intraday stock chat room. All right, let's take a look at WBA, which is Walgreens Boots Alliance, better known as Walgreens, a drugstore chain. Stock right now is trading at $79.20, closed at $79.63. I believe they also had some numbers released today. What you're going to see here is that you did see an initial sell-off. It came back a little bit. It's pretty much flat for the session, down about 40 cents, which is not so terrible. There looks like there's a lot of support around the $79 level, but if that level gets taken out, traders are going to have to be real careful because this can get dragged down with the rest of the major indices. So again, we'll see how it plays out, but right now Walgreens is basically flat. Let's take a look at KB Homes. I believe they reported earnings today. Stock is trading down pretty significantly. It closed at $11.79, trading at $11.01. I am seeing support here at $10.70. But on a day like today where you have the futures down so much, you got to be a little bit careful. But again, I do see support for this one around $10.70 on the charts. So again, all levels mentioned here are scalp levels. We will be looking at this market very closely once the opening bell rings. We had a great trading day yesterday, even in a down tape, and we're going to look to keep that going today. All right, the gold market today. Gold is trading higher by $9.50. It is trading at $11.01 an ounce. If you take a look at the GLD this morning, what you're going to see here is that this is trading around the 105.40 level. If you are an InTheMoneyStocks member, you know where GLD should be going, and you know where the resistance point is going to be. Pays to be a member at In The Money Stocks just for these levels alone. All right, let's take a look at the USO today. Crude oil, first off the bat, is trading lower by more than $1. It's down $1.03 to $32.93 a barrel. The USO is trading at $9.82, and it's a pretty good gap down there. So crude oil remains under pressure, and this comes despite the weaker dollar. Today, the dollar is pulling back by 43 cents on the U.S. dollar index. Usually when the dollar is down, that will help gold and oil, but today oil is not participating, getting caught in the downdraft with the China news and the European sell-off. So we'll see how this all shakes out, but it should be an interesting day. Anytime we get volatility in this market, we get trading action, and that's all we could look for. So with that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and once again, come on over, take a 7-day free trial to the Intraday Stock Chat. We're starting off with a fantastic 2016, and we're going to look to keep that going today. With that being said, have a great trading session, and we will see you on the charts.